First of all, I would like to say hello. I'm Al, and today I'm going to pick up what we left off in the previous lesson. So, today we're going to move on with language focus. In language focus, we will learn about articles and dependent preposition. So, let's get to the first one. So, shall we? So, about article, uh, an article is an adjective that is used to point out or refer to nouns. There are different types of articles, definite and indefinite articles. So about them, but beside the first two, there are also cases where the articles is unnecessary, and we'll get to them later. So let's get to the first one, which is indefinite article. So indefinite article, a or an. Uh, we use both a and an in the same way, but we use a in front of a consonant and an in front of a vowel. And you should note that the choice of a or an depends on the sound, not the spelling. We have example here like a banana or a university, which is a consonant sound, or an orange or an hour, a vowel sound. For example, there's a cat in the garden. Sally is an accountant. She works for a multinational company. Or we need an apple and an orange for the fruit salad. We should remember that words that begin with a silent H in front of which and should be used, like an heir, an heiress, or an honest student, such an honor or an hour. We use the definite article a or with singular noun when the listener readers do not know exactly which one we are referring to. For example, police are searching for a 14-year-old girl. We don't know exactly the name of this girl or something, so we use a. Or to show that the person or thing is one of a group. You can see the example here. She is a pupil at London Road School, or police have been looking for a 14-year-old girl who has been missing since Friday. To refer to something for the first time, like would you like a drink, or I finally got a job, or to express a quantity. Would you like a glass of wine? And when you wish to emphasize the number, one must be used. For example, there is only one glass of wine left in the bottle. Or we use indefinite article to refer to a person's profession. Her father is a dentist and her mother is a teacher. And we do not use with plural nouns or uncountable nouns. For example, she was wearing blue shoes, which is a plural noun, or she has short blonde hair, which is a uncountable noun. So let's move to the second one. Definite article, the or the. You spell the or the same as a or an, which is like the in front of a consonant sound and the in front of a vowel sound. We use the definite article in front of a noun when we believe the listener or reader knows exactly what we are referring to, because there is only one. For example, the Pope is visiting Russia. The moon is very bright tonight, and who is the president of France? Or he is the tallest boy in the class, and it is the oldest building in the town. The second rule is because there is only one in that context. For example, we live in a small house next to the judge. It means that the judge is in our village, or Dad, can I borrow the car? The car here is the car that belongs to our family, so it is the only one. Or look at the boy over there, and because we have already mentioned it, uh, like a young man got a nasty shock when he tried to rob a jewelry shop in Richmond. The man used a heavy hammer to smash the windows in the shop. You see in the second sentence, the word man and shop repeat the second time, so we use the. And we also use the definite article to say something about all the things referred to by a noun. For example, instead of saying like wolves are not really dangerous animal, we can say it like the wolf is not really a dangerous animal. Or instead of kangaroos are found only in Australia, we can say the kangaroo is found only in Australia. Or heart pump blood around body, we can have we can say the heart pumps blood around the body. We also use the definite article to talk about music instrument. Jo plays the piano really well. She's learning the guitar. Or we could use it to refer to a system or service. How long does it take on the train? Or you should tell the police. We can also use the definite article with adjective like rich, poor, elderly, unemployed to talk about groups of people. Life can be very hard for the poor. I think the rich should pay more taxes. She works for a group to help the disabled. Okay. And we do not normally use the definite article with names. For example, William Shakespeare wrote Hamlet, and Paris is the capital of France. But we do use the definite article with one country whose names include words like kingdom, states, or republic. For example, the United Kingdom, the United States, the People's Republic of China. Number two, countries which have fewer nouns as their names, the Netherlands, the Philippines. Number three, geographical features such as mountain ranges, groups of islands, rivers, seas, oceans, and canals. Uh, for example, the Himalayas, the Amazon, the Panama Canal. The fourth one is newspaper. The Times, the Washington Post. The fifth one is organizations. The United Unions, the Siemens Union. Uh, and last but not least, families. You have the Obamas or the Jackson. We will move to number 3, no article. It can be difficult to know when not to use an article in English, especially when you translate from your native language, which has different rules for articles. But here are main cases when we don't use an article. So we don't use an article with possessive adjectives. For example, she's my friend, not she's a friend of mine. We all know that it's wrong, right? Uh, the second one is don't use an article with a general topic. For example, I love music, meaning the music here, meaning music in general. Or, and the second is I love the music you are playing, meaning this is the Pacific music. And as I have said it in the previous slide, we don't put an article in front of a country name except when they include kingdom, states, or republic. So that wraps up my presentation on the articles. Now we will be moving on to dependent preposition, which will be presented by Bithan.
Hello everyone. Please give me a minute to prepare the PowerPoint.